Hooyah! This is Robin from the Back Pain Secret Podcast, and today we're going to talk about how sciatica sufferers can avoid burnout. How sciatica sufferers can avoid burnout. But I'm going to play the intro song and be right back, guys.
So, here's the important question. How can back pain sufferers like us, who don't want to use prescription drugs or go through surgery, heal our back pain? How do we live our daily lives in a way that allows us to go to work, take care of our families, enjoy life, and still manage our back pain? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answer. My name is Robin Wakeham, and welcome to Back Pain Secrets.
Okay, guys, I'm back, and today's topic is how sciatica sufferers can avoid burnout. Okay, and as always, I have a patient story, right? Patient story. I'm a bit off focus here because I'm trying to do all the technical stuff and I'm not really getting it done. Okay, so I'm just gonna get that all away and focus on this. So anyway, we have Madison. Okay, we can call this is a patient that I treated a few years back. It's a made-up name to protect the innocent. And Madison came to me because she had sciatica in her right leg, and she'd had that for about 10 years. She was working as a dentist. She was married. She had 2 kids, and she was about 42 years old. Okay, she had her own practice as a dentist and had like 10 or 12 employees as well on her place there. She was also a full-time mom. She had a big house, dog, rich social life. And the lower back pain more or less started when she started to work as a dentist, and she was sitting down, and anyone that's been to the dentist can know that they're sitting a lot and they're bent over and they're working in people's mouths, you know. So she also had a bit of a neck problem as well. And externally, when you could see Madison, she more or less appeared to be like a superwoman, right? She showed me actually at one of the visits. She showed me her to-do list, and it was like huge, huge to-do list. And she was very, very effective, and also like proud over to be able to get so much shit done during the day. Okay, and this ability to get a lot of stuff done came from her mom and dad that was very, very active people as well. So she picked that up during her childhood, right? So she was always on the go, always something to do, you know. She was a very, very, very busy person, right? But internally, when we chatted after a few times there, it was very, very apparent that Madison felt like she was starting to slip. She was starting to slip, you know, starting to do mistakes during the day, starting to forget things during the day. And she felt less and less joy in the things that she actually did during the day, and started to feel a bit like just burnt out. Like she was thinking she was doing all this stuff during the day, but it felt like a waste, right? And she was more or less like at her ends rope after a few visits. You know, we talked about this, and it was very, very apparent that her back pain was bad, like, and the sciatica was really, really bad. But all the other stuff she was telling me about, this feeling of being on the brink of burnout, that was the most pressing thing that was also affecting her back, of course, right? So after a few visits, Madison's back pain and sciatica got worse, quite a lot worse, right? A few things happened in her life. A few employees at work got sick, okay, and that meant that she needed to pick up the slack. So she was working even more now, right? And so the sciatica was getting worse and worse because she needs to treat more patients sitting on that stool, all bent over, right, looking into people's mouths. And so the left leg was more or less like the sensation was the strength started to reduce in her leg. The pain increased, and she had very, very hard time working, even with painkillers in her body, right? And the painkillers also made her think not clear, and she was getting less and less sleep, and her focus was decreasing, and she was getting stressed, really stressed, you know. She was thinking about, how am I going to be able to get through this, you know. So we had a chat about this and all kinds of other things as well, you know. And we went through the usual things, you know, to do some core stability exercises. She had some acupuncture. I did some traction on her back. We tried to fix her office space or where she works so it was ergonomical, as good as could be for her, right? But it's hard when you're working as a dentist because you need to be bent over most of the time when you're working with your patients. So first off, but the main thing, the big domino in her life was this burnout feeling, you know, and she felt like it was getting worse and worse. So first off, I've gone through this as well, like periods of time when you're working a lot and you're doing a lot of stuff. I built 3 businesses. I work as a physio. I do this online thing, so I know the feelings and I know the signs for it. And I've come up with some strategies, and this is not something that I came up with. This is something that I've modeled people that have been on the brink of burnout. And it's an easy way to, it's not an easy way, but it is a way to get back on track again. So hopefully you that are listening to this, or if you feel or you know anyone that's like always stressed, always feeling burnt out, always tired, you can send this episode to them, okay? It actually works. So the number one thing you should do, the number one secret to avoid burnout, guys, drum roll please, it's get more sleep, okay? Get more sleep. And I know Madison's told me this as well, you know, I know about that, Robin, you know, I need to get more sleep. But why are you sleeping then 3 to 4 hours? I was asking her, you know. So if you're not consistently getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep during the nighttime, okay, focus goes down, okay? Your cognitive abilities go down. You have a tendency to increase sicknesses, okay? You get more colds, you get more the flu more often, okay? And also you become like a stressed person that's kind of hard to be around, you know? Basically you become a son of a bitch, okay? And that also increases the friction with people that you interact with during the day, so they actually just living gets harder, you know, because you're always stressed, you're always angry, there's always shit going on, and you become a bit of a drama queen, you know, you just increases everything, okay? So get more sleep, you know, very, very important. And I mean, sometimes during your life, you know, periods of life, when you have a baby, for example, or when you're working on a new project or something, you need to focus, and you might not need to get those 7 or 8 hours for a short period of time, you know. But if that happens, you know, before, I can talk from my own experience when I had kids and I was working a lot, I tried just to work through that, you know, and it doesn't work, you know. So what I do now, if I have a bad night's of sleep and I'm not really getting the sleep, what I do is I could take a nap during the day, you know, just an hour or so. I could like maybe go and do some meditation, or what I usually do now is I try to sleep in more the next day, you know, to try to get those hours, you know. It's really, really important. So if you're, just get one thing from this episode, guys. If you feel like you're burnt out and you know that you're sleeping like 5-6 hours a night on a consistent basis, please try to sleep 7 or 8 hours, okay? And it's gonna do some major things for you. Number 2 then, if you're feeling burnt out, what you need to do is to say no first, okay? Say no first. If you're starting to feel like really tired all the time, and you're stressed and you're angry and you just feel burned out, the number one, you can't take on more things, you know. You need to say no, okay? Even though you might be one of these people that always say yes to everything, you need to learn to say no, okay? Because I mean, taking on more stuff when you feel like you can't handle the stuff that you're already doing is stupid, okay? Plain and simple. It might sound harsh, but that's the truth, you know. A lot of times, you know, when you get out of school and you start a job, or you're doing something new, right? You say yes to most things, you know, because you need to say yes in able for you to get into the game and be part of the game at all, you know. But as you progress during the years, you know, and you get more and more busy, and you're already in the game, in order for you to succeed in the game, and I'm not just meaning to be successful. I mean also to have a balanced life that you can actually enjoy, okay? Getting sleep, you know, have a happy family life and all that. You need to start saying no to stuff around you, you know? You can't say yes to everything. You need to be very, very focused on what's important in your life, and make sure that you're able to do those things, but also not take on too many other things, because that's going to lead to you burning out, okay? So basically what I'm getting at here, even though I'm talking around the topic more and more, you need to focus on what you're focusing on, you know, because most burnout comes from just overly committing to stuff, okay? You're basically a yes sayer, and you say yes to everything, to everyone, and you're trying to solve everyone's problems, and that's your problem, okay? So if you haven't heard it before, I'm telling it to you now, okay? I'm giving you permission to say no to people, okay? You don't even need to give them a reason, you know? Don't make up some lie or something. Just say no. I'm sorry, I'm just too busy, you know? Number 3, schedule a time when you are checking your email, your texts, and all of that, you know? And I know that we are living in an age now where people are more or less connected 24/7, and everyone says, you know, I can't, like their best friend is their iPhone, right? Everyone's checking their iPhone, they have it on them in their bathroom, in bed. It's like their new partner, right? I get it. It's hard because everyone is trying to be connected all the time, and I would say the majority of people that come in and are stressed, and they have back pain and sciatica and all kinds of other problems, they're really stressed. They need to schedule a time when you're checking your emails and Instagram and Facebook, because if you're connected 24/7, you're always like answering stuff like that. That's gonna affect definitely your stress level, make you less focused, and lead to burnout, okay? So I would say if you're new to this, you know, pick 2 hours, pick 30 minutes during the morning, not first thing in the morning, and also 30 minutes in the evening, and go through those emails and your SMS and stuff, you know, and your social network, you know. Don't be connected all the time. Okay, and I mean, if people get upset with you because you're not like responding the second they ask you a question, you need to take charge of that. You know, you can't let people dominate you like that. I mean, if people don't need to hear from you constantly, you know, it's good to have a break from that. And I know if you're like listening to this and you have back pain and sciatica, and you say, well, I'm in customer service, Robert, my job is to answer the phone and be on the email all day and stuff like that. I get it, okay, that's your job, but don't check your other shit, like your social networks like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok and whatever, you know. And you don't need to be SMSing and stuff like that, you know. So don't make excuses. Just make sure, if you're really suffering from burnout, or you feel like you can't take it anymore, you know, your back pain is horrible and your sciatica is horrible, please do this, you know. Try to just check your email and SMS and stuff twice a day. It really works. Also, number 4, guys, okay, ask for help. Ask for help. If you're one of those people that like pride yourself to never ask anyone for help, but you can do everything yourself, and you feel like you're not able to do it anymore, you know, you need to reach out, okay? You need to ask your friends, you can ask your team, family, you need to leverage their time as well, you know. You can't do everything by yourself. So just think about it right now, during this episode, after this episode. Is there anyone around you in your immediate, like close to you, that you can ask for help with daily tasks? It could be like a family member, it could be like a relative, it could be a friend. If you have the finances for it, you know, might need to hire a personal assistant to do some minor tasks, you know. I just did this the other day. I'm getting more and more traction on this social thing, you know. I'm posting quite often. I was doing that myself because I want to learn the process, but now I've reached a point where it's getting it's getting to a point where I can't really handle it, so I divided that out, okay. I see Vicky's on here, Vicky Simpsons. Nice to see you, Vicky. And you're asking a question, you know. Please, may I ask you, does stress increase pain? I've noticed when I'm stressed out, my back pain hurts more. Thank you, Vicky, for that question. And that's very, very true. Okay, stress can definitely increase your back pain, your sciatica pain, whatever pain you have. And it's something that we all deal with, Vicky, on a daily basis. So definitely, you know. And so a few of these strategies, you know, is to reduce the stress in our life and take our life back, you know. So to many people, you know, you need to get back, you know, to ask for help. You are not the only person out there, guys, okay? You're not the only person out there. You can't do everything yourself. And I mean, if you're going around life and you're thinking, you know, that you're only the one that can do this, you know, you're lying to yourself, you know, because everything that you are doing right now, someone else can do, you know, could do it as well or even better. You know, it's very easy when we get very focused through something that we think that we are the only ones that can do this, but it's not true, guys, okay? And if you're thinking about, you know, it's really that way. So if you're suffering from anxiety, if you're suffering from stress, if you're suffering from like you're feeling burnt out, think about these 4 things. I'm going to repeat them now. This is especially for you also, Vicky, that is pinging me here in my Facebook Live. So first off, get more sleep. Okay, get more sleep. Very, very important. If you're not getting 7 or 8 hours, you need to deal with that and get that done. You know. Number 2, start to say no. Okay, 2 things. You need to start to say no and not yes to everything. And number 3, schedule time when you're checking your emails and also your Instagram and Facebook. Don't be hooked up constantly. Okay, it's like cocaine. You know, you need to get off that. Okay. And number 4, ask for help. You need to ask people for help around. You know, don't be one of these martyrs that's trying to do all of your stuff, the stuff yourself. It's not working. Okay, it's never done. It's never going to work. Ask for help. Okay, guys, it was really nice seeing you all, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. And guys, remember, just one step away from healing your back pain. Bye-bye.
Want more back pain secrets? Then go ahead and get your free copy of my best-selling book, Back Pain Secrets, at backpainsecrets.com. Inside this book, you will find my top secrets to healing your back pain without prescription drugs or surgery that have helped thousands of other people just like you.